Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam Bhagasukadam Murtim Dvandvathidham Gagana Sadusham Tatvamasyadilaksham Ekham Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namah. I welcome all the viewers from all over the world who are joining us today for this Parashakti Akashic reading. And we will be learning first, who is Parashakti, what Akashic readings, and who is the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, who is manifesting Devi Parashakti.
So if you are here today, it means existence wants you to be here in this form. And you're not an accident, but an incident of existence itself. And existence is trying to manifest itself through you. So welcome to the experience, which is your digital experience of the divine.
This may be what you think as your first time in the presence of a divine cosmic being, but this is not the first time this energy has graced the planet Earth. If you're watching this now, it is not a coincidence. This is the cosmic intervention in your life to make you manifest what you want.
Now, some of you might be wondering, how is this possible and how has this worked before? So today you will be experiencing these answers through the powerful cognitions as reference from the ancient texts of Hinduism revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
So let us understand who is Devi Parashakti, the divine cosmic mother. Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, the cosmic mother. She is the source Shakti. It is her cosmic womb, Brahmanda Yoni, from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. The source where the Big Bang and black hole go on. Parashakti is the main deity of the sacred feminine and the divine consort of Bhagavan Paramashivoham, who is the primordial divinity of Hinduism.
And Swamiji beautifully says, he says, the first and foremost relationship is mother. The ability to learn and even the idea to relate starts with the mother. How to relate starts with the mother. So understand your idea to relate and your ability to relate starts with the mother. A mother is a too important way to connect with what you think as life. And in the Vedic tradition, our rishis were aware that your ability to connect with the mother should be directed to the cosmos. It should inspire and should awaken your higher consciousness. And connecting with life through the mother is the most sweetest, most beautiful, and most easiest way or form to ever connect through.
Today, out of his extreme compassion and love, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself and gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truth, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
And now let's understand what is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, what is the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan that all of us are going to be having today. So the word Samadhi has two words in itself. So the word Sama means oneness and Adi means source. The word Samadhi means one with the source. And Bhava means attitude or aspect. That makes Bhava Samadhi, that the word Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect.
Darshan means to have a glimpse of. In the Vedic tradition, it is used to describe the moment we behold a deity, an avatar, a saint, or an enlightened being, as just seeing such a being can cleanse the karmas of lifetimes and create a deep, lasting transformation in the receiver. Darshan is the powerful superconscious vibration that is present around an avatar at all times. He simply radiates darshan just as the sun continuously radiates light. The auspicious moments when the receiver is able to catch it becomes the moment of darshan for you, raising to the next level of superconscious breakthrough. It's like hitting the reset button on your being.
And a few fundamental understandings that all of us need to understand and internalize about the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan is that divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. And the divine cosmic beings manifest through Archavataras, deities in temples, and through Bhava Samadhi Darshans in Nitravataras, incarnations.
So let us, Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the science of the Nijavatara manifesting Paramashiva, the consciousness. It is where formless, the being of Paramashiva, expresses through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form, the embodied form for us to experience Paramashiva.
And Devi Parashakti expresses through the beings of Radharajeshwari and manifests as the Nijavatara, or the physical form, through Devi Meenakshi.
The Archavatara, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation, the being of the superconscious energy. But human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatara directly. The avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create the experience of the superconscious energy in all of us.
And the Bhava Samadhi awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in everything, as well as improves immunity to disease. And during the darshan, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform all of our lives.
During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our mirror neurons mirror that of the avatar. The mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, the entire body can silently and without moving receive what is happening elsewhere, a process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar.
And the readings from the cosmic archives, which are the Akashic readings, is not prediction. It is beyond space where creation and destruction happen simultaneously. And in the dimension of time, the past, present, and future starts. But because the Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, the space dimension, there is no past, no present, and no future. That is why what you call as happened, happening, and yet to happen is clearly already recorded.
Let us understand who is the supreme concept of Hinduism, who is manifesting Devi Parashakti for all of us. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, and is recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities as a lifestyle for humanity.
And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasanidhanam of Kanchi Kailasha Sarvagnapeetham, which is the Kande Mandala Adinam, the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsha Sarangi Samrajyam, the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam of Kailasonada Shyamala-Pita Sarvagnapeetham, and the present Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, which is the largest apex monastic order.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atalakada, is the present 23rd Guru Mahasanidhanam of the Dharmamukti Parikara Adinam, and has been elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders.
And he is also revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched. He has authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 different languages, which are English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. And these are translated in 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. And over 20 million copies of these books and articles have been sold, read, and downloaded. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given over 10,000 hours of discourses for humanity and reaching and enriching over 1 billion lives digitally, and is respected as a commentator of all sacred scriptures such as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gitas, Jain Sutras, and many more.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is honored as the leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader, is the reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including Rudrakanyas, Rudras, Rishis, Rishikas, Vairavis, and Sanyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda University, with satellite campuses in over 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and founder and reviver of over 1,000 Sarvagnapeethas, 100 Sarvagnapeethas, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books.
And now with that, we will now be getting into the next segment of this program, a live demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis awakened in all of us through the science of Diksha, which is given as a gift to humanity by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So today, the Balasans, the Nityananda Yogis, and the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be demonstrating and sharing with all of you the experiences and the results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us, the powers awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
So today, in today's Bhavasmat Darshan, all of us will be receiving the initiation into the third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We will be able to manifest third eye seeing with the eyes blindfolded. And third eye is the cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye, just as you would with your 2 eyes.
And now let's understand what are Shaktis. What exactly are these Shaktis that we are speaking about? What is their source and how they work? So in the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva in elaborate detail reveals that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis. And these Shaktis are described by Paramashiva as a system, method, and a science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers, as well as have access to various states of consciousness. And these Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are the divine and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine.
Let us understand what is the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. Shakti is expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of the feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru. Shaktis are the source of enlightenment, and Siddhis, however, which many of you may have heard, are powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment, and Siddhis are on the path to enlightenment.
And a few more differences between Shaktis and Siddhis are that Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment.
Paramashiva is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanged beyond time, space, form, and causality as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence. He performs the Panchakrityas, or the 5 cosmic acts of Shishti, creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Drobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, creating grace for all living entities.
And now the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the 1008th incarnation and representative of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, which is an ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation and the great cosmic borderless Indonesian. So ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been a cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. And it was where the science of enlightenment and power manifestation was taught as a lifestyle. And for the first time in the modern day, the supreme point of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world at record-breaking pace, which is never accomplished before.
And the knowledge and science of manifesting these Shaktis has been passed down from one generation to the next through Diksha, initiation by the enlightened Gurus. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiation and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Trividya, Yoga, yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, the science of Aushadha, Advaita and Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana and Paramashiva Vijnana.
And now let's see how we can awaken these divine Shaktis in us. How can you manifest these Shaktis yourself? Manifesting the Shaktis is like where every ultimate truth, Jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, Prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, Prajnana.
The science of power manifestation is authenticated through 4 aspects of evidence or pramanas. The first is the Shastra Pramana, which is the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. Next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of the Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, the Vedic rishis and scientists who time tested and verified the science.
And the science of manifestation, which the other 4 pramanas which authenticate the manifestation, The third is the Atma Pramana, which is this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. And then the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation.
The Veda Agamas is a living applied science, superior authority for Hindus. Vedas are pure science, and where the ultimate truths are explained. The Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology, the applied science is expanded. Vedas and Vedagamas are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truth. A reference cited from these Shastras or Shastra Pramana.
And now let us all get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the powers of third eye. So we'll be first looking at the power of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded. After going through the pramanas for the power of third eye. So the Shastri Pramana for the power of third eye reading comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannilitalochanaha kramena manasodatyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. And the next is the Apta Pramana for this power, where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Bhagavan Krishna says, Natu maam shakyase drashtu manenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. So Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So in the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishvarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And specifically in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye.
And the Atma Pramana for this power, in Swamiji's own words, the first experience that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degrees, the 10 directions below me, everything, I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience all of that as me. And the Pratyaksha Pramana, or the empirical evidence from scientific observations and experimentations, we've studied the brain and the brain activity of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And during the Third Eye Awakening, and we have observed that when doing daily activities, high activity is measured in the brain where third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And the Sakshi Pramana, which is the experience and result of the extraordinary manifestation happening through the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. This rare sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for the ultimate enrichment and conscious of evolution by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And as a living incarnation of Paramashiva, The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all bounds of time, space, and matter. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gifting this pure, great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences through initiation Diksha to millions of people that have been initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and are experiencing the profound results as extraordinary powers in their everyday lives. Let us now witness the live Sakshi Pramana, the demonstration of the power of third eye by the Balasants and Nithyananda yogis initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. And we have Nithya Madhurananda here to demonstrate the amazing power of third eye reading.
Yes. So now with me, I have this eye band, which will be put on my eyes. And in front, it is a thick opaque sheet, and in the back, it is thick black sponge, which will not let any type of light to enter around my eyes. And this eye band will be put on my eyes by a volunteer. And once it is done, any of you watching us on YouTube, live on YouTube, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section of whatever you would like me to read, and I will be reading that comment. You can put anything you would like me to read. So now volunteer will be putting on the eye band for me. So you can move a little to the left. Yes, so now the eye band has been put on me. I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that the eye band has been put on my eyes, and there is no way that light can enter anywhere around. So now the YouTube comments will be projected in front of me, and any of you watching us live on YouTube can put your comments and I will be reading it. You can put anything you would like me to read. It can be a sequence of emojis, numbers, letters, words, sentences. It can even be something that does not even make sense. Okay, so we have a comment from Salain G, who has put hola in Spanish, and then a cat emoji which has 3 whiskers on each side, and it has a big smile, and then another emoji which I guess is a volcano, erupting volcano. And anyone else who would like to put your comments, you can put in your comments. It can be anything. We have Ma Solanji has put a word in Sanskrit. She has put hi. Sorry, not Sanskrit, in Spanish. She has put hello in Spanish, and Ma Wesley Silva has put hello with 2 L's, and before that she has put a clapping emoji. Sorry, waving emoji. But around the hand there are 2 dots, 2 circles kind of thing. So waving emoji, and then she has put hello with 2 L's. And anyone else also, you can put also just how Ma Solanji has put, you can put another language also. You can put a sequence of emojis, letters, numbers, sentences, anything. Any of you watching us right now on YouTube live, you can put it in the chat box. Yes, now we have Ma Wesley Silva, who has put 99 cents. Yes, thank you, Ma, for your contribution to Kailasa, and she has put mustache. And then Masalanji has put comment kava with a question mark, and it's a different language, maybe Spanish. It's a European language. And Ma Wesley Silva, next to her contribution, like in that comment, she has actually put an emoji of a mustache, and then the next comment she has typed the word mustache and put. And actually the 99 cents that Ma Wesley Silva has contributed has come in a blue box, dark blue box, and then Marceline G has now put it's French and then an upside down smiling emoji. Yes, Ma. And then Ma Wesley Silva has put haha. And Ma Wesley Silva has now put another comment saying it's not as active today. Yeah, so actually any of you watching us on YouTube live, you can put any comments. And in the meantime, with me here, I have this book, which is Uncommon Answers to Common Questions. So in front of you, I'll be opening a random page and I'll be reading the page. So I've opened the random page. So yes, I think we had some papers inside the page. I'll be opening another page. Okay, so I've opened a random page and now I'll be reading the contents of that page. So this is page 100 and 101. And on page number 100, it says there is only one love, but its expressions vary from person to person. Intellectual love is that which is expressed through the head, related to the mind. This love is the most corrupt of all. The intellect perceives love as a bargain, as a contract of sorts. It believes strictly in give and take. Its attitude is a calculative what's in it for me. This kind of love will always result in expectation, possessiveness, jealousy, and violence. This kind of love transforms neither giver nor taker. Emotional love is expressed through the heart and is a more purified expression of love. Here, the emphasis is not on contract, but on contact. This love trusts and gives without much expectation. Whatever problems arise in this love are solved by love itself. This kind of love transforms the giver immensely. When love is expressed through the being, there is neither give nor take. There is just the radiating of love. This love can bring with it no pain and no problems because it is not dependent on the other. In fact, it does not even require an object. It is simply a radiance, an overflowing. This kind of love transforms both the giver and the taker in beautiful ways. When love radiates through the intelligence, it is rightly called falling in love. When it radiates through the emotion, we may term it rising in love. When it radiates through the being, it results in flying in love. So this is page number 100. All of you can see. And another, Ma Wesley Silva is asking, is this Swamiji's book? Yes, Ma, this is Swamiji's book. And it is actually, this is the edition published in 2004. And it is on the, it is online, so you can download it. And you've also put another comment saying it sounds like Swamiji's writing. Yes, Ma, this is Swamiji's book. And anyone else watching us right now, you can put any comments you would like. And with that, now we'll be getting, we'll now be moving on to the next power, the power of body scanning. So this I-band will now be removed by the volunteer. I request the volunteer to remove the I-band. So all of you now can see the I-band. It is just as it was before. There is nothing added or removed from the I-band. And now with that, we will be moving to the next power, the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and we will be doing a body scan for you.
So let us let us look at the Shastra Pramana for body scanning. In this power of body scanning, one awakens to the ability to scan illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues, and provides solutions through the awakened third eye.
And the Shastra Pramana for the power of body scanning comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tatvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. And in this verse, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest consecutive principles of your whole body is Swadeha, or the whole universe simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed, and supreme power manifestation happens. And the next is the Apta Pramana, which comes from the life of the Siddha, whose name is Teriyar. So Teriyar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of sage Agastya. So one day a man suffering from severe headache comes to sage Agastya for healing, and then he uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. Agastya reveals that there is a small Terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain, and immediately instructs Teriyar, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache, and Teriyar thus gains his name. And the Atma Pramana for this power was revealed by the Supreme Court of Hinduism. How he used this power of body scanning, he revealed on the 22nd of December 2019, paraphrasing his words. Only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalances happened, and where balances had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. And here also you can see now a few of the Sakshi Pramanas, the sharings of the disciples, who have successfully manifested this power of body scanning after the initiation by the avatar. And with that, now we'll be getting into the live demonstration of the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and we will be doing a body scan for you. So we have a comment from Ingo Horman, who has put how to regrow all the hair and heal baldness. Thank you. Yes. Now I'll be scanning you, Aya, and giving a solution. Yes, Aya. So Ingo Horman, Aya, I was able to see that for you, every day or every alternative day, you should start doing Shirasasana to increase the blood flow in your head. And also, I was able to see that you should stop putting chemicals on your head. For your whole body, it would be great. But as you've asked specifically for your head, I was able to see that at least on your head, don't apply any chemicals or don't use any chemicals. Try using more natural products, and that will help in regrowing the hair. Just use more natural products, and you can do Shirasasana every day to increase the blood flow. So this is what I was able to see. You can get back in the comment section. And Ma Salanji has asked, can I have body scan for guilt? Yes, Mana will be doing a scan for me. Yes, Ma. So, Ma Salanji, I was able to see for you that the only way for you to come out of guilt is by taking conscious decision. You have to consciously declare and decide to come out of the guilt and not encourage the guilt whenever you have any guilt for anything. I was able to see that you have to take a conscious decision and declaration to come out of it. If you try it a few times consciously, and even if it doesn't work the first few times, just continuously try, and you will see within a few times of continuously trying, consistently trying to come out of the guilt consciously, you will see that automatically Swamiji will help you to come out of the guilt by you taking a conscious decision to come out of it. So this is what I was able to see for you. And Ma Mahatma Charitra has asked for a scan for the younger son, Jing Hao. Yes, Ma, now I'll be doing a scan for your younger son. Yes, so Ma Mahatma Charitra. For your younger son, Ma, I was able to see that right now there is no root pattern that has developed completely. He can, even if there are some small patterns that have come into him, it is very easy to break out of it. And even those few small patterns that have been created or starting to get created every day, to even get out of the small patterns that are being created and to prevent any root patterns even in the future. I was able to see every day you should make him listen to satsangs and keep him in a good spiritual ambience. You can keep a Swamiji picture in his room, or like as he grows up, bring him up in a positive ambience, in a spiritual ambience with more deities and with more of Swamiji satsangs and teachings. That will help him to not create more patterns. And right now there is no root pattern that is affecting him or in any way, or there is nothing that has been created yet. So this is what I was able to see for your Tanma. And you have also asked, can you help me scan my obstacles for Nirahara? I've not been successful for the past 2 days. Yes, man, I will be scanning. Yes, Masama Mahadvita Chaitra. For you, I was able to see right now your body is not yet um, fully ready enough to do the Nirahara Samyama. You should you should not do Nirahara Samyama maybe for the next 2 weeks. After another 2-3 weeks, if you want, you can again start little by little. You can do all the 3 levels slowly by slowly. You can you have to make your body more. Your body has to become more stable to do the Nirahara Samyama. So right now, I was able to see it would be better if you have more food and drink more liquids. You can reduce the amount of meals, but of solid food. But I was able to see you should have at least for the next 3 weeks, you should have food properly 2 to 3 weeks. After that, if you would like, you can start the next batch of Nirahara Samyama whenever you would like. So this is what I was able to see for you now. And Ma Gananda has asked for a scan. Yes, Mana will be doing a scan for you. Yes, Ma. So for you, I was able to see that you are sitting for long hours, and right now your body is not used to sitting for long hours, but you're sitting for long hours, which is creating a slight back, which is giving a slight back pain to you, and also when you get up, you feel tired after standing even for some time because you are sitting for long hours. So I was able to see that. So your body has actually gotten used to sitting for long hours, but at the same time, you are getting some problems in the back. You're having some pain, especially in the lower back. So I was able to see for this, the solution is you can sit for long hours if you have to, if it's for work or anything. You can sit for long hours. There's not an issue in that. And whenever you get up, it would you can get up. You can do your daily activities. But I was able to see whenever you sit, and especially when you're sitting for long hours, I was able to see that as much as possible, sit in Padmasana, whether you're on chair or whether you're on the floor. Even if you're sitting for long hours, as much as possible is continuously in Padmasana. If you can, that's great. But at least to start off with, how much ever you can, start sitting more in Padmasana, and you will see that the back pain disappears, and you also become much more healthy in your day-to-day life. So this is what I was able to, you will become more healthy and active throughout. So this is what I was able to see for you, Ma Shipra Prasadi Nikananda. And Ma Mahatma Charitra, Ma Silayanji, and Ma Ingo Herman, and Ingo Harmanaya has also gone back saying thank you. And Ma Advaita Charitra, Ma Mahatma Charitra has gone back saying it's really a relief to hear both of my sons and for me. Can you explain on why my body is unstable though? Yes, Ma, I was able to actually see that it is, your body is not exactly unstable, but it is not ready enough to do the Nirahara Samyama right now. Right now your body needs little more food for doing the daily activities and to keep you healthy. Right now your body needs little more food. But I was able to see that within the next 2-3 weeks, you will if you eat properly for the next 2 to 3 weeks, after that you will be able to do the Nirahara Samyama more efficiently, and you will also see that you will be able to will feel more satisfied and more happy with the Nirahara Samyama, as you will be able to do it more successfully. So this is what I was able to see now. Yes. And now with that, I thank all of you who have joined us today for this power manifestation segment. Yes, Mark Shipapachal Nithyananda has gone back saying thank you so much, Ma. Yes, that's right. Yes, thank you, Ma. And I thank all of you who have joined us today for the power manifestation segment. And with that, we will now be moving on to the further segments of this program, where we will be learning more about who is Devi Parashakti, how we can receive Devi Parashakti, and much more. So we'll now be moving to the next segment of this program. I request the interview volunteer to project the next set of slides.
Yes. So let us now understand who is Devi Parashakti.
Yes, we can project the divine feminine consciousness list. So we'll be first looking at the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka. I will be chanting that first now. Sindhurarunavigraham Trinayanam Manikya Spurat Taranayakashekharam Smitamukhim Mapina Vakshoruham Panibhyamadipornaratnachashakam Raktotpalam Bibratim Saumyam Ratnagadastha Raktacharanam Dhyayet Paramambikam. And the translation for this verse is, I meditate on the Divine Mother. The Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining and vermilioned body, with triple eyes sporting a crown of rubies studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup in her hand and the other twirling a red lotus. And another verse that also comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka, which describes the beauty of Devi Parashakti, says, Arunam Karunatarangatakshim Dhritapana Animadiviravritam Ayukaihi Rahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. And the translation for this verse is, I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the nose, the gourd, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as Anima of the rays, and she is the self within me. And Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes manifest, and the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. And Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, the source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and in which all of us are going to merge. And out of her extreme love and compassion, Devi Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the supreme form of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. And in the words of Devi Parashakti herself, Devi Parashakti beautifully says how she manifests as the Nijavatar of the Supreme Point of Hinduism. She says, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Shrinkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swamini who is in Kailasha, Sri Purachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda I took Nijavatara here, to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. In the form of Nithyananda, I came down as Nijavatara. With great compassion and blessing, listen, people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara.
Raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as the source of existence, the powers of existence, the expression of existence from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Ichcha, Kriya, Jnana, Vedas, expanding as the five Panchabhutas, beyond the six chakras, filled as the Gotras of the seven rishis, expanding as the eight directions, existing as the nine grahas, blossoming as the 10 indriyas, being as the 11 rudras, creating all the world, bringing to life, to tell and make truth blossom, and to do good, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. In the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you.
And now let's see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen. So always receive her in a very traditional manner. You can keep 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and a coin in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And some of you now might be wondering what exactly is a coin considered as, or what is its importance? In the Hindu tradition, a coin is actually considered the traditional dakshina or the traditional offering made to God. It can be the lowest value. In India, it can even be just a paise, and in the US, it can even be just a cent. Swamiji says, I am not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paise is okay.
Offer that to Devi after darshan is over. Do namaskar and eat the banana, betel leaf, and betel nut. Take it as prasadam immediately. Collect those coins and send it to the LA temple. This betel leaf, betel nut may look too small, but in a few days you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really she is there. You will not take the Devi darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior.
And now all of you can see how you can set up your tambulam. So you can arrange the betel leaves, the betel nut, the banana, and the coins. You can arrange it in a plate and keep it in front of the screen. You can also keep the additional items such as some kumkum, turmeric, flowers, glass bangles, and some kumkum, and a coconut. So you can keep all of these few additional items as well if you would like. But the 4 basic items that are kept as part of the tambulam is the betel leaves, the betel nut, the banana, and the coin. So you can arrange all the items in a plate, keep it in front of the screen as you get ready to receive Devi Parashakti. And with that, we now come to the conclusion of this segment, and we'll be moving on to the further segments of this program, where we will be learning what Devi Parashakti has revealed in the Akashic readings for humanity on all the different problems that humanity is going through right now. So in this next segment, we will be learning what Devi Parashakti has revealed and how important it is for us to understand, follow, and internalize what Devi Parashakti has revealed.
Yes. So let us now enter into this next segment and see what Devi Parashakti has revealed for each of us during this pandemic. Devi has been continuously blessing us. Let's now see what Devi has revealed in the Akashic readings for guiding us through this pralaya. So let us understand first the compassion of the avatar. In the Guru Padaka Stotram, composed by Adi Shankaracharya, the very first verse describes how the Guru Padaka is the sacred feet. The sacred feet of the Guru is the boat that helps us cross the Ananta Samsara Samudra, the seemingly endless ocean of samsara or suffering. And the verse translates salutations to the sandals of my Guru, which is a boat which helps me cross the endless ocean of life, which endows me with a sense of devotion to my Guru, and by worship of which I attain the dominion of renunciation. And many of us feel stuck in the same storming and raging ocean, being unable to navigate ourselves and lost in the overwhelming vastness of the suffering that surrounds us during this pralaya, the great deluge. Our loved ones are dying due to the pandemic. Our homes are being destroyed due to the natural disasters. Social institutions are crumbling, and the whole of humanity is in desperate, dire need of hope. It's at this time that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the incarnation of the cosmic superconsciousness, out of his love and compassion, having taken the spiritual responsibility for the superconscious breakthrough of the whole of humanity, is manifesting Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother, and guiding and healing the whole world as literally the boat that sails us through the pralaya, the cosmic deluge. And Devi Parashakti is herself manifesting through the Nijavatara and answering each and every one of our prayers, granting boons, healing us, manifesting miracles, removing all of our pain and suffering. And Devi has not just attended to us individually, but as a humanity at large. Devi Parashakti has guided the whole of humanity in the form of profound revelation of sacred secrets of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and by showing us the future regarding global issues, the COVID pandemic, natural disasters such as fires, floods, and more, and even the twisted human conspiracies and underground wars which have not surfaced to common knowledge as yet. In this segment, we will be elaborating on the statistical and scientific and scriptural references of each sacred revelation, which is manifested precisely as the same guidance emerged from Devi Parashakti for us to imbibe deeply and start following as Devi Parashakti continues to protect us until the storm ends and we are safely harbored at the shores of our consciousness. Let us understand what Devi Parashakti has revealed on sea levels rising on the 19th of May 2021 and how it has manifested into our reality. Let's first watch the video of Devi Parashakti's revelation.
Om, Om. ஆண்ட்ரியாஸ் கல். மூன்றாம் உலகப் போரிலிருந்து தப்பிக்க நாடு பாதுகாப்பென்று கேட்கின்றாய், கேட்டுக்கொள் சொல்வதை எல்லாம். மத்திய கிழக்கிலே போர், இந்தியாவில் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று மற்றும் கடல் உயர் எழும்பல் எனும் மூன்றில் இருந்தும் காவல் கைலாசம் ஒன்றே. வாழ்விற்கு அதுவே நன்றே. முடிந்தால் வந்து சேர்ந்திடு. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
understand Devi Parashakti's revelations mapped into the English language. Devi revealed, "You are asking which country is safe to escape from the Third World War. Listen to everything which is said. War in the Middle East, deadly corona in India, and rising sea levels. Protection from all these three is one and only in Kailasa. Only it is good for you, life. If possible, come and reach. Om, Om, Om." On the 19th of May, 2021, while answering the prayer of one of the devotees, Devi Parashakti, manifesting through the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, warned about the sea levels rising and the cascading effects of climate change crisis on humanity. Exactly as Devi revealed the very next day, on the 20th of May, 2021, the biggest ever iceberg broke, which was 70 times the size of Manhattan, posing a huge threat to humanity, causing the sea level. Let us now see the scientific article being asked for Devi's revelation. So first, let's see, you can see the article which shows that the world's largest iceberg broke off the Antarctic shelf, and this was one day after Devi Parashakti's revelation, which drastically caused the sea levels to rise just as Devi had revealed. Many of us have heard that the sea levels will be rising and the effects of global warming we will be seeing soon on our everyday life. And Devi reveals this on the 19th of May about sea levels rising. And the day after, immediately after, we saw that the sea levels immediately rose, despite us knowing for many, many years that this would be happening immediately after Devi's revelations. We saw it manifesting into reality. And it's been known for a long time that sea levels will be rising. And even under the most modest scenarios, scientists expect the sea levels to rise to affect Earth's coastline significantly in the coming centuries. And even if emissions, CO2 emissions, are curbed and reach completely zero, we will still be seeing sea levels rise up to 1 meter. And if the levels of CO2 emissions continue at the rate that they are going, and we will see that sea levels will rise up to 5 meters or more in the coming years, in the next couple hundred years. Sea levels since the 1880s in some ocean basins have risen as much as 6 to 8 inches or 15 to 20 centimeters since the start of satellite records in 1993. And it was reported in NASA that sea levels will rise between 1 to 8 feet by 2100. And as we know, sea levels will be rising, and many may feel that this may not affect you directly, but in the United States alone, almost 40% of the population lives in relatively high population density coastal areas, and globally, 8 of the world's 10 largest cities are near a coast, according to the UN Atlas of the Ocean. So 40% of the population within the US alone will see the direct effect of the sea levels rising. And as we can see, this will be very drastic in the next couple hundred years. And not just the populations which live around the coastline, but we will see more and more communities that are more inland being affected by these sea levels rising. And because the higher background water levels means that deadly and destructive storm surges, such as those associated with Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Michael, push farther inland than they once did. And higher sea levels also mean more frequent high tide flooding, sometimes called nuisance flooding. And we've already seen in the last 50 years that nuisance flooding has increased between 300 to 900%. And we will continue to see this increase as sea levels rise and as we experience more of these superstorms that cause great destruction and affect more and more communities that are even living inland. So what is the cause of sea levels rising? As many of us have heard, it is global warming which has caused sea levels to rise. And this has happened in two ways. The first is that glaciers and ice sheets worldwide are melting and adding water to the ocean. And the second is that the volume of the ocean is expanding as the water warms. And a third, but much smaller contributor, is that the sea level rise is a decline in the amount of liquid water on land. This is in aquifers, lakes, reservoirs, rivers, soil, moisture, and this liquid water has been shifting from land to the ocean, and this shift is due largely to groundwater pumping. So due to human activity, which is the major cause for climate change and global warming, as many of us know. And here you can see a very drastic example of the Pedersen Glacier, which was photographed in a formed glacier. And in 2,100 years, you can see that most of the glacier has melted and is almost grassland. And this is in less than 100 years. So in one lifetime of a person, we have seen this drastic level changes. And as Devi has revealed, we will continue to see these drastic changes, and it will be affecting, we will see the cascading effect on our lives directly. And the pace of global sea level rise has more than doubled from 1.44 millimeters per year throughout most of the 20th century to 3.6 millimeters per year from 2006 to 2015. And the Greenland ice loss has increased from 34 billion tons per year between 1992 and 2001 to 247 billion tons per year between 2012 and 2016. That's 8 times as much. It has increased by 8 times. And so this is within 1 decade, just a little over a decade, we've seen how drastically the ice has been melting, and unfortunately, the direct effect will be that sea levels will be rising. And on August 2021, the UN published a code red, a warning of worsening global warming and a rising of sea levels. And this was a few months after Devi had already revealed that we will be seeing the cascading effects of global warming, of the climate change crisis, and of sea levels rising. And we've heard this warning months before the UN had released a code red. And in the Associated Press, it was reported that the UN had indicated that some harm from climate change includes dwindling ice sheets, rising sea levels, and changes in the ocean as they lose oxygen and become more acidic. And this damage is irreversible for centuries to come, millennia. And the world is locked into 15 to 30 centimeters, that's 6 to 12 inches of sea level rise by the mid-century. And as Devi had revealed, we will continue to see these sea levels rising, and we will continue to see the cascading effects of the climate change crisis. And we've already seen how this has been affecting us. Even if we are able to significantly curb emissions in the coming decades, as was shown in the earlier graph, more than a third of the world's remaining glaciers will melt before the year 2100. And when it comes to sea ice, 95% of the oldest and thickest ice is in the Arctic, and this is already gone. And Devi revealed that we will be seeing the cascading effects of climate change on our everyday reality, on our lives. And as the UN had warned, the code red of worsening global warming, we've seen how this has affected our realities. In the German flood, we saw how they devastated the country, and even still, more than 150 people are still missing from these floods, and unfortunately are unlikely to be found. And these deadly floods have left scientists stunned, and unfortunately, climate change has made these deadly German floods up to 9 times more likely. And unfortunately, science as of now does not have a way to reverse the damage. As we saw, we are, according to modern science, locked into the sea levels rising between 15 to 20 centimeters in the coming years. And science has no explanation or theory of how to reverse this damage that we've already done. However, Hinduism and the supreme concept of Hinduism have the science for healing Mother Earth. It is through non-violence and through the connection with oneness, with Mother Nature, that can heal Mother Earth, that will actually see the damage that humans have done being reversed through this non-violence and through this oneness. And the supreme concept of Hinduism has revealed that Bhumata will literally respond to you, will literally respond to your connection with her. Let us understand how Mother Earth can literally respond to you.
The human beings have become so distanced from the real life, are ready to explore things. We become so far away from, at least I can tell you from my experience, village boy. When I was 5 or 6, I opened all the alarm clocks in my house and I'll set it back, put it back. I don't see all that in the modern day kids. It's all about that stupid cell phone. Involvement with the reality has drastically reduced. Our whole life is nothing but the screen. Whether your love, your relationships, even your sex, everything is limited to that screen. Am I right? Almost. No, almost. Everything reduced to that screen. Involvement with the reality has drastically come down. It is so unfortunate, especially the food, the plastic food dumped into your system. See, all the things which you eat, none of them have life. They are all not grown from life. My guru used to tell, please walk without chappal or covering your feet, whatever grows in that land eat, because Mother Earth records when you walk without shoes what all the ingredients are missing in your body. She records what you need for your body, nutrients or vitamins, whatever. Whatever is missing in your body, she produces in that food which grows in that land. And eat that and live. It is too mind-boggling concept. I tell you, only after I started doing it, I realized you don't need any external medicine if you know to live with the nature. Mother Earth, Bhumata, walk on the earth without shoes. In that land, what grows will supply exactly what you need for your body. Looks too difficult to believe, but after I started doing that, I realized it. Your body does not need any other medicine, anything else. Actually, maybe 2 years before, due to these continuous classes, day and night, and in the night time, the web-based programs for the outside India, all these, my whole eating habits have gone chaos, and no question of rest. It became like a too much on the system. So I had some stomach issues. I remembered my guru telling this, walk on the earth and what grows eat. So I started walking without chappal for a few days. Suddenly I saw in my courtyard a new plant coming up. No seed, nothing, just coming up. I was wondering what is going on. How come suddenly, between the rocks, actually, between the rocks, new plant coming up. And one of the devotee Ayurvedic doctor, he said, Swamiji, if you can get this plant and add it in your food, your stomach will be completely healed. I said, where to get? When he walked into the courtyard, he said, this is the plant. This is the plant. And throughout the campus we searched, we did not find another one. Nobody knows from where the seed has come, from where the plant has come. Understand, it is not that just for me miraculously nature is doing. It is the nature's life. I was ready to play with it, so she showed the miracles to me. Anybody willing to play with her, she shows her miracles to you. Nature is miraculous. If we are ready to play, she shows it. She demonstrates her love, her care. If we go back to the food with life, our life also will start more interacting, more alive, more vibrant, more overflowing.
Has revealed when you relate with Mother Nature, with non-violence, and with that oneness, she literally will respond to you. And we've seen that the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has revealed that non-violence is the grand narrative of Hinduism. And let us understand in the words of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself what this means.
We often believe that exacting revenge is a form of emotional release, and that getting retribution will help us feel better. Especially this modern day cinema, entertainment industry cult brainwashes you. The act of revenge as a way of gaining closure after a wrong is done. No! I tell you the truth. Revenge has the opposite effect. Revenge is like a korangu sorinjikra mari. Ari padangadu. Tamil, they say that feeling itching and scratching itself is never going to settle down. Till that monkey dies, it will not settle down, because it will create a wound, and it will not keep quiet with that wound. That same wound, it will scratch more and more, and it will be more infection. Finally the monkey will die. Orangu sorinjikittadum nama violence la vidaradum onnu. Understand? Mass media cult, entertainment industry, TV and cinema cult is brainwashing you, telling that revenge is heroism, violence is heroism. No, it is not. Non-violence is heroism. I tell you, in every level, non-violence as a strategy. Because you see, non-violence makes you realize more and more oneness. It strengthens the oneness. Oneness strengthens the non-violence, and non-violence strengthens the oneness. You need to understand the context. Only then you will understand how this non-violence can be a successful strategy. If you miss one or two components and do it out of wrong context, it will become a mess. It will become a laziness and non-involvement. Laziness and non-involvement is not non-violence. Don't use non-violence brand and tag to justify your non-involvement and laziness. No. That's what Arjuna was trying to do in the Arjuna Vishada Yoga. He was telling Krishna, oh, why should I kill people? Why should I kill people? Let me go away and become a sannyasi. Oh, Dubukke, this fellow, when he went to do tapas in the forest also, he got married to a girl. Every time this fellow goes for tapas, whether he brings boons or not, he brings girls. Alright, no disrespect to Arjuna, is incarnation of Nara and Narayana. Respect to Arjuna. Non-violence should not be misconstrued or should not be used to portray your non-involvement and laziness, tiredness and boredom. Hinduism is actively enriched. World will become great place. Not only we are a non-violent tradition, we believe in consciousness. We have the science of consciousness, raising the quality of the humanity. We believe in it, we spread it, we live it. We be, live, believe. Let us all understand, non-violence need to be actively lived, be lived, believed, and actively enriched. Actively enriched. All I wanted all of you to know, what Hindus miss, Sri Kailasa should do Tyaga, to tell the world actively, enrich the world actively about Hinduism. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa is the highest value of Hinduism. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. That is the grand narrative of Hinduism. Non-violence is the grand narrative of Hinduism. We need to tell that grand narrative to the whole world. Actively. Actively we need to tell that grand narrative to the whole world. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Tyaga, silence, unclutching, all these are not inactive, tamasic, inertia, lazy, tired, bored, withdrawn lifestyle. Non-violence means not only you will be non-violent, ahimsa, established in ahimsa, you will actively practice ahimsa and enrich everyone to live ahimsa. You will create an ecosystem where ahimsa can be practiced with integrity. Understand? All the infrastructures needed to keep the non-violence ahimsa alive. Media is the non-violent way of reaching out to people and telling the real truths and facts. Like media, education mechanisms, everything should be actively filled with the truths, ideas about non-violence, yaga, spiritual strength, powerful cognitions, all these again and again and again. Many are trying to harass me through the social media and all other way, saying, oh, you are teaching constantly non-violence, ahimsa, peace. Don't you see you are making Hindus weaker and weaker? Understand? If Hindus listen to what I am saying sincerely, they will understand I am trying to make them really stronger. Understand? Strength is intelligent way of existing.
Has revealed how and only through nonviolence can we see Mother Nature being healed from all of the damage that we've already done to her. And only through nonviolence can we reverse the effects of climate change and the effects of the rising sea level. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the only one who has been tirelessly working to do this and has had various initiatives in order to heal the effects of climate change through Sri Kailasa Uniting Nations for Climate Change. You can visit kailasa.org and understand more about what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been doing in the field of climate change and environment. And you can also learn more about the cognitions that Hinduism and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism have been continuously giving to humanity in order to reverse the damage of climate change and to live in harmony and oneness with Mother Nature, with Bhumata, in order to heal her. So with this, we will be concluding this portion of the program, and we'll be entering into the next segment where we will understand the various offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti. And these offerings are not made out of fear or greed, but are a sign of our love, our devotion, a small offering just to say, I love you. Thank you for happening in my life, to Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother who is manifesting through your very own Guru. Let us enter into this next segment and understand some of the offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti. let us understand the significance of offering. Offering is a giving of divine gift or of pure love, devotion, and oneness, and it consists of two parts, the giving and the accepting. Only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. An offering is not made out of fear nor out of greed. And when an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for the only purpose of enlightenment. So let us understand the Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti. The translation of this says, moon-like face holding the Vedas in one hand, fire in eyes with lotus flower, gracing and blessing hands, and one hand with the Japamala, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments in wonderful clothes and shining crown. Her name is Manon Mani. And this is from Mulagama Manon Mani Dhyan. And it continues on. I meditate on Devi with three eyes, glowing like a moon and holding the Veda, lotus, and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods, and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. So you will notice that many of these offerings are made in gold, and there is great significance of gold as a divine element. In the Atharva Veda, it has explains that in the Atharva Veda, it explains triply born by birth is this gold. From the atoms of Agni is one. It becomes dearest to Agni, and one fell away from the Soma when it was heard. One they call the seed of virtuous and powerful Apaha. Let that triple gold be for your long life. And gold is considered a divine element. It purifies anything that it touches. It is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who fears, anyone who wears, and anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity. And gold is present in all the scriptures, including the Vedas, the Agamas, the Shrutis, the Smritis, the Itihasas, and Puranas. In all Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal, which purifies our very being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold. Ritual feasts were offered in gold bricks. And when one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold. The streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. Horses, cows, and more animals were dressed in gold. In the Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called the Hiranyamaya in the Rig Veda, and the river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavartini in the Atharva Veda. And gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years. It literally lasts forever. So the very first offering that you can make to Devi Parashakti is the E-Hundi offering, which is a general donation. And this is like you would make in any temple that you go to. You can offer a few dollars in the hundi, and this is a very common practice for many Hindus across the world. And just the same you can do when you witness the live darshan of Devi Parashakti. You can offer any amount that you would like, and this is exactly as you would do in any temple, just to say I love you, just to show your love, your gratitude and devotion to the divine. And it is stated that Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion, and she removes all fears. So if there's any fear in the minds of the devotees, it is Devi who is sure to remove that fear when you offer this with love and gratitude and devotion. And it is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. And this is not the autumn, the season, but rather the autumn of our lives, when our thoughts turn more and more inward, and the role of the divine becomes much more clearly understood, and the need for Devi worship becomes much stronger. And Devi is described as the one who bestows happiness on all her devotees. So you could offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti by offering your Kanika, and your name shall be chanted out during the puja to Devi Parashakti. The next offering is the Sankalpa chanting, which is the offering of your conscious resolution. So whenever you are starting something, you always want to set a conscious resolution to ensure that you are making the right you're in the right conscious state to ensure you manifest whatever reality that you want. And when you offer the Sankalpa chanting, you will be bestowed with Devi's energy and blessings on whatever Sankalpa, whatever conscious resolution that you set for your life. And it is stated the goddess enchants this universe, and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess being prayed to without interest in anything gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives the wealth in the materialistic sense. So offering this Sankalpa, the conscious resolution, blesses the person with all fruition of all the desires and wishes that they are yearning for. The next offering is the Sahasranama Swarnakasa, which is the gold coin with the inscription of the various names of Devi Parashakti. And Devi is described as Namaparayana Prita, the one who likes the repetition of her various names. And this special gold coin offering is a very special offering of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti, and it is a unique archana offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. So you can offer a gold coin inscribed with each of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti, and each of these names are the descriptions of the various qualities and attributes of Devi Parashakti, whether it's her overflowing compassion, knowledge. Each attribute of Devi Parashakti, you will be blessed with receiving the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti, when you offer this Sahasranama Swarnakasa. Next offering is the Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl. And Devi is known as, Devi Meenakshi is known to be adorned in pearls. And pearls represent the compassion of Devi Meenakshi. And it's described, I bow to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by the goddesses Vani and Rama. I remain ever bowing to that goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. And the pearl represents the ocean of compassion that is goddess Meenakshi, that is Devi Meenakshi. So when you offer this pearl finger ring, You will receive the blessings to be bestowed by her infinite compassion and pure love in all your business endeavors. And the next offering is the Svarna Padma Pushpa, which is the golden lotus. And it's described in the Kamikagama that all kalashas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with a new cloth. They should be adorned with a lotus flower made of gold. So you can see that the lotus, the golden lotus, has great significance in many rituals in Hinduism, as all kalashas should be adorned with this golden lotus. And there are hundreds of scriptural references for using the lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involves the consecration of deities of worship, or meditating on, or the mudras and asanas used during the worship that involves the lotus flower, the lotus leaf, the lotus pericarp, the lotus petals. The lotus is a divine flower, and the Shakti of Paramashiva is also called a lotus. The base of the Paramashivalinga is known as the lotus, and the disciple of the Paramashiva is also considered as a lotus ready to bloom. And the lotus has great significance. It, despite being in murky, dirty waters, it is able to bloom with so much of beauty and is able to stand in no matter the level of dirtiness of the water, it still stands with grace and beauty. And when you offer the gold lotus in any size you wish, you will be blessed to have the state, space, powers, and being of Devi Parashakti in your inner space amidst any adversity in your life. The next offering is the Swarnamati, which is the gold toe ring. And Devi is described, the feet of Devi are described as the one whose brightness from the toenails destroys the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpower that of the lotus flower. So just the very toenails of Devi Parashakti have the strength to destroy the darkness of ignorance in the minds of all of her devotees. So when you offer this Varnamati, the gold toe ring, at the divine lotus feet of Devi Parashakti, you will be blessed by Devi to destroy all the ignorance in your life. So you can offer the toe ring to Devi, adorning her sacred feet, and be in constant gratitude for receiving the blessings in every difficult aspect of your life. And the Swarnamantika is the gold hairline jewelry. And Devi is described as the one who makes the nectar flow in all of our nerves from the Sahasrara. And she is the one who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. So when you offer the Mantika to represent the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully opened, you will be able to experience this ultimate state of bliss in your Sahasrara Chakra. So you can offer the Mantika to Devi and receive the blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and the space of complete completion in your life. The next offering is the Pratiksha Pada Puja, which is the offering of the worship of the divine lotus feet of your very own Guru, who is manifesting Devi Parashakti. And it is stated, the illuminating splendor of Devi's toenails dispel the darkness of ignorance in the devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeat the lotus in beauty. And the Saundarya Lahari states that the nails have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. Tamogana is darkness, and in this stotram, tamas is indicative of ignorance in the minds of the devotees. By constantly prostrating before Devi, their ignorance is removed and they can attain the knowledge. So when you offer this Pratiksha Pada Puja and worship the divine lotus feet of your very own Guru who's manifesting Devi Parashakti, you will be blessed with removing all the ignorance from your life and attaining all knowledge. And with all the auspiciousness and blessings of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself. The next offering is the Vastra Seva. And this is the offering of cloth to Devi Parashakti. And when you offer this cloth adorning Devi Parashakti, you will be blessed with all the auspiciousness and blessings and protection in all of your endeavors throughout your life by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism and by Devi Parashakti herself. So here you can see all of the various offerings. And you can choose whichever offering that you would like to make, whether it is a simple e-hundi offering, or you can offer the Spadna Martika, the Spadna Meti, the Pratiksha Pada Puja, whichever offering you would like. You can see whichever offering you would like to make. And you can go ahead and we can go to the link tiny.cc/Devi offering. Yes. So if you would like to make your offering immediately, you can visit tiny.cc/Devi offering to make the online payment. And if you are not yet ready to make your payment, if you are still needing help in manifesting, or you still need more details, but you are interested in offering, you can fill out the intention form at tiny.cc/Baba Samadhi. And you can fill out your intention and you will be reached out to, and you will be helped to manifest your reality, to offer your love, your devotion, your gratitude to Devi Parashakti. And once you are able to make the offering, you can visit again tiny.cc/Devi offering. And once you are able to make your payment online, you can visit tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021 in order to submit the details for the puja and for the names to be chanted. Now we will be visiting the website tiny.cc/Devi offering in order to run through how to make this offering. So we will shortly project the website tiny.cc/Sankalpa offering, and we will go through how to make this offering. It is a very simple process. So this is done like any other online payment that you can make. So you can just go ahead and choose whichever offering that you would like to make in a very simple drop-down menu. All right. We will be right back with this website so you can go through and see how to make this offering. We'll be right back after a very, yes. So we have the offering page. So here is what it looks like, and it's called Parashakti Baba Samadhi Darshan Donation. And you can choose whichever option that you would like. It is a very simple drop-down menu. So you can choose whichever option you would like. Say you would like to offer the Spadna Meti to Devi Parashakti. You can go ahead and choose that. You can see the various options. You can choose the, say you would like to offer the Pratiksha Pada Puja. You can go ahead and choose that offering. And then you can choose as many as you would like. If you would like to offer one, you can offer one. If you would like to offer two, one for yourself, one for your daughter, you can go ahead and do that. Then you can add that to your cart. And once that is done, you can proceed to the checkout. You can see your cart with all of the details of the various offerings that you would like to make. You can proceed to checkout. And here you have the billing details for your offering. So you just fill out your billing details. You're making it through your credit card. Here are all the basic details that you would make for any online payment. And your order details you can fill out as well. And once that is done, you can place your order. You can offer your seva. And once that you place your order, your seva will be offered. And once this is done, you can go to tiny.cc/sankalpa-offering, and you can fill out your sankalpa form. So it is tiny.cc. Let me correct myself. I'm sorry. Tiny.cc/sankalpa20. You can go ahead and visit this website, which will be shortly projected. And you can fill out all of the details of your names and the names of your loved ones. So whoever that you would like to make these offerings for, you can fill out all of their names. And you can also fill out any details if you have about the nakshatra or gotra or rasi. So you can fill out all of these details. And if you have them available, if you don't, that is also okay. So ensure that you fill out all of these details to make sure that your name is chanted and the names of your loved ones are chanted during the offering. So we'll be shortly projecting the Tiny Lash Sankalpa 2021 form. So you can go through how to fill this out and how to make sure that your Sankalpa is chanted, or that your name is chanted during the Sankalpa offering. Yes. So we've seen the website where we can make the offering. So once that is done, you can visit tiny.cc/sankalpa2021 to make this offering. We will just project this form. So when you are ready to make this offering, you can go ahead and visit this website and ensure that you are also filling out the Sankalpa 2021 form, which is tiny.cc/sankalpa2021. So we will be right back with that form, and you can see exactly how to make this Sankalpa 2021 fill out the form. So now we have the Sankalpa Names 2021 form. So you can see the details that you would see in the form. You can scroll down. Yeah, so you can see all of the details in the form. And so you can put your payment number, and you can fill out the names of yourself and all of the names of your loved ones. And so you can ensure that your offering your name is chanted during the offering. Yes, so you can see where you can fill out your name and your email and other details. Yeah. So you can select whichever offering that you are going to make or that you've already made. So once this is done, you will have made your offering to Devi Parashakti, and you can rest assured that your offering will be made in your name to Devi Parashakti, that your love, your gratitude, your devotion will be offered to Devi. So with this, we will be concluding this portion of the program, and we'll be right back after a very short break and enter into the next segment.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
When we're waiting for Sonali to come live and share her experience, if you are somebody who received your Akashic reading, and if you would like to share your experience live on Nithyananda TV, you can email us at contact@kailasa.org. Send us an email, just give a gist of what was your experience, and then we will be more than happy to have you join the live panel. Okay, now today we have Sonali Gupta. Nithyanandam, Sonali.
Nithyanandam Ma, thank you for having me here. It's my pleasure to share my experience about what changes and transformation Devi has brought in my life. And before I go into the experience I had from the recent Akashic readings, I want to share that Devi has been like a very transformative force. Like she's always been someone that I connect to so deeply that I have done completions and I've done so many things, but with Devi, like with her grace, it just opens like floodgates. So before I share what happened recently, right, like last year, during one of the Paramashivoham programs, during a Devi darshan, I was intensely praying to her, and she gave me courage. And I thought, like, there's one thing that I've been putting off on was to kind of become a Sarvanyapita Yajaman, and I pledged during that darshan that I will make it happen. Like I'll just do everything possible to make that happen. And within 15 days of that, I worked through my incompletions. They surfaced, but I kind of took the jump within 15 days of that darshan, and I actually made a jump into Sarvanyapita Yajaman. And of course, that was a great blessing, right? Not to say like, Devi definitely more than what I could offer. It's her grace and compassion is so good. During these Akashic readings, I had submitted my questions, but like everyone else, I wasn't sure if Devi was going to answer and if she's ever going to answer my prayer, but I was just tuning on to the session, listening. And I'd submitted my questions a few days ago, not even on that day, but it was my birthday on 28th of April. And as soon as Devi kind of said the first few sentences, I heard my name as the very first name. And just hearing that, I of course did not understand the language, but just hearing my name and and the energy, it was like I knew something was shifted, like it was just something was taken care of. And I did not know what Devi said, but it was amazing. And I was just absorbing that and just trying to figure out like what that meant and what was this shift. And I was just totally enjoying that space. And then the very next day, when the Akashic readings happened again, the readings had started, and I just posted my question casually. I wasn't even at that point, I thought, I'm probably already late. But Devi again, within a minute, she answered me again, and she gave me this very beautiful blessing of saying, I'll reside in you as Alam Velar Siddha. And that just took me to another level. I've always thought that, Guru Bhakti and connection and what that means. But with that blessing, I just felt like this new dimension of me open up. I almost feel like I can experience what Guru Bhakti is. I actually kind of know from a different plane altogether what that connection is. And it's beautiful. I'm just enjoying that space. And now I'm looking to, of course, there are many things we always ask for boons and all, but the space is kind of such that I know that whatever I ask for or whatever I have, like her compassion is so much that she can actually grant anything. And that's something I wanted to share with everyone.
So beautifully summarized, Sonali. And Sonali, actually, first of all, wanted to thank you for contributing and supporting Kailasa as a Sarvanyapita Yajaman. And what aspect of you, like what is it that you really connected with in Kailasa and Swamiji's mission that made you take this jump to contribute towards this divine cause? What was that in you specifically that made you decide, yes, I need to become a Sarvanyapita Yajaman, I need to support and I need to contribute to this divine cause?
Yeah, I think the very, very first thing that kind of clicked with me was when I attended my IA in December 2016. That was my very first connection where I really kind of met Swamiji and attended a full 21-day program with him. At that time, there was a full day on, how Swamiji has been contributing towards Sanatana Hindu Dharma and everything that he's been trying to do. And the fact that, he mentioned that he's just here to make a statement to the world that Sanatana Hindu Dharma is real. I think that one sentence struck me and that just stuck with me forever. And I always wanted to stand up for his mission and do something in whatever small way we can, right? I think it's also Swamiji's way of making us realize our true potential, right? So many people have said before, you cannot really give to him, you can only get showered, but it's about taking that action and standing up for and saying yes, right? Saying yes, that I want to stand up for it. And that's what I wanted to stand up for. And I want to continue doing more and more, right? So Devi has shifted me to a space where I really think that, that I can feel that the real purpose of life is to really kind of continue to give and continue to just do whatever I can for this purpose and this mission of Swamiji's.
So beautifully shared, Sonali. Thank you so much for coming live and sharing. And let me ask Ma Pranaprema if you would like to have ask Sonali anything.
Yes, I just have one question for you, Ma Sonali. First of all, thank you so much for coming live for our viewers. And I just wanted to know, what was the space shift that you had after you became a Sarvanyapita Yajaman? What was your cognition shift that you had about wealth and abundance? Because it's not like everybody has that wealth ready-made to offer it. It is the space that you carry. And with Swamiji's blessings, once you create the space, he manifests through us. So what would you like to tell our viewers? What was the space shift that you had when you manifested Sarvanyapita Yajaman?
Yeah. So for me, the biggest space shift was from being this person who was kind of insecure and trying to hold on to the wealth, thinking that it will be used for something, and kind of having that insecurity or fear inside me that would prevent me from taking that jump, and this fear of being judged, and fear of what will people think, and am I crazy, like with that, from moving from that fear to actually moving to a space where I am, where I don't really, where wealth happens, but I don't feel very attached to it. I think that has been the biggest shift for me. I don't have to worry about wealth. I don't have to think about it. It's just another thing in my life. It's not something that I worry or fear about.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much for joining the show today. It was really inspiring how you are holding Swamiji and his mission and how you're supporting it. Really, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, ma'am.